Am I on a good path or a bad path right now? What do you think? It's something that I think is a sickness kind of for founders, so people that like makers, that do stuff. We always look for the problems to solve. And that means we always see problems. And even if stuff is good or goes in a good way, if you look at it from someone that is looking from the outside, we still don't feel good about it, or see only the problems to solve and maybe not even celebrate the achievements. And I can see that. I with Tresor One or Geoman or whatever, I put some goals in that I thought are very ambitious, that I would like dream of, having the first euro through an internet business, or getting like 500 euros a month in addition that I can invest, or something like this. These were the goals last year, and now like Tresor One passed 15,000 euros per month. And not that I invested it or something, I invested back into the business. I don't take any like a single cent out of there, but nonetheless I blew past the goals, and I never like stopped and celebrated or something. And even when things happened that were very, very amazing for the business, things, or for Tresor One, for the project, for me, that I never thought possible, like Finanzfluss, for example, the largest YouTube channel in Germany, that I like, a team that I look up to and learned a lot from in my path to investing and so on. They are now featuring regularly in their live streams, featuring Tresor One, or influencers on Instagram, like using Tresor One, showing their audiences their investments through Tresor One. Very like such amazing developments. Of course, the financial growth, the user growth, like we get record after record of signups per week. An amazing team, but I always like look at the problems, the next things to solve. Like if you ask me how's it going in Tresor One, I'm like, we have these problems, like this is something we need to solve, and these are the problems right now. So this is always in my head, and I believe it's a founder sickness kind of, or anyone that builds things that takes a long time. And I think it's very, very important to address that. I know that there are like meditation techniques to think about like the things you are thankful for and all that, because what life do you live if you are never satisfied? Like you blow past your goals, and the moment you do, you have already the next goal, the next problem to solve, the next milestones to hit, the next achievements to gain. That means basically you are always in a state of hunting and never having or achieving. But being thankful and happy means you're happy with what you have. So I read a tweet recently, I retweeted it. It said, think back on the time when you wanted what you have now, which is exactly that, right? To regularly remind ourselves that the stuff we have now, whatever it is, there was a time when we wanted exactly that and we didn't have it. And reminding ourselves of that, I think, is very, very important. Because I mean, in the past 12 months, that was exactly the case for me, still is, that I feel in a constant state of wanting, hunting the next milestone, the next achievements, but never stopping and actually celebrating any of the achievements that happened. I mentioned before the Finanzfluss art, but also the article in Business Insider, in Gründerszene. Like this is huge for me personally. Like I would have never thought that something like this would happen. But how do you celebrate also? I mean, maybe that's a cultural thing, but in Germany at least, I feel bad inviting my friends to dinner or something, if it would be possible, thanks COVID, for celebrating an achievement like that, or a promotion or something. I know this only from movies, when people like, in the US celebrate a promotion with their family and friends. But to me, it feels like bragging a little bit. I feel kind of bad putting it out there. So I think that also adds up to like this mindset, or this cultural thing maybe adds up to not celebrating achievements or being proud of them, but actually just like looking for the next thing to solve. It keeps you grounded in a way, maybe humble, but yeah, again, it just perpetuates or helps keeping you in the cycle of always wanting, always hunting, always hustling for the next thing. So yeah, how do you tackle it? Normally, I don't have a recipe for this. I mean, I'm still trying to address this in a way. I think both is good. I mean, you know, this hustle mentality, at least I think is something that enables me to achieve higher goals than I would normally would, or dream of much more bigger things that I couldn't imagine a year ago or just in the past. But I also want to live a happy life, you know, and sometimes just like sit back, relax and enjoy what I achieved or what I have. And for this, I think practicing like thankfulness, Dankbarkeit, and reflecting on that, I think is very, very important. And I certainly don't commit enough time to that. But maybe this video is just a reminder for myself to keep doing that. And for any one of you who is constantly thinking what I don't have, what do I want, what do we want, think back of when you wanted what you have currently. I think it's a very healthy thought, and we should regularly practice that. All right, that was just a small one. I hope you got something out of that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.